Well, joining us now is David Preston from Oswestry. He's the Chief Executive of the National Association of British Market Authorities, and last month they launched a new campaign called Markets First. It was launched at Shrewsbury Market Hall, which was named Britain's favourite market earlier this year. Good morning to you, David. Thanks for your time. Firstly, how important are markets to our towns? Why are they important?
Good morning, Adam. I think they're really important. I think if you look back in history, they've been the meeting place and the social hub. But nowadays, government actually recognise that markets are in the top 25 factors for vibrant high streets because they're about the community, about retail, about employment, hospitality, tourism. And now they have a very green agenda as well, with local food provenance, less packaging, less miles. So markets are really important. And we've launched this campaign on the back of our national survey that we did on markets in the back end of last year.
Do you see a lot of markets with the same concerns as we heard there from Market Drayton?
Absolutely. And it's why we did our survey last year. As I've mentioned, government and the Institute of Place Management recognise the importance of markets. And there's about 1,150 markets in the UK. But COVID itself, on top of all the other factors, has had a huge impact on markets. Many family businesses have been lost. And during COVID, about 30% of market traders had no financial support. And then most of the operators who run the markets had little or no government support. So when you put the two together with all the other factors around the high street, then obviously problems have been created. And that's why, coming from our survey, and I can tell you a little bit about it, we decided to launch this campaign with 5 key priorities. And the first one, the main priority, is about attracting and retaining market traders.
So how do you go about doing that then as we head into the future?
So the campaign, it follows on from our survey, and that was really concerning. We surveyed about 250 markets across the UK, and whilst there was optimism and some opportunities, there were also a number of very worrying trends. So compared to 2018, stall occupancy, this is across the UK, had fallen from 77% down to 72%. And the figure was actually worse because many markets had actually contracted in size because of COVID. About 10 years ago, there were about 46,000 traders in the UK. That's dropped to 32,000, and we think that could be falling. And what's really worrying is that only 8% of market traders now are under 40 years of age. 84% of markets are local authority run now. The number of private operators has dropped probably because they don't see a profit in operating markets. But what was also worrying, if 84% of markets are run by local authorities, then only about 40% of markets are actually trading at a profit now. So that was the backdrop really to us launching our campaign and 5 key priorities that we want to address in the next 12 months.
So as we heard, the campaign was launched at Shrewsbury Market Hall. You're a Salopian yourself. That must have been quite a nice full circle moment for you.
It was, yeah. Obviously, I was town clerk in Oswestry for many, many years. And I know the markets in the county. I know how important they are, not just day to day, but historically. And obviously, Shrewsbury Market winning Britain's favourite market this year. An overwhelming landslide of votes for Shrewsbury Market. It is so popular, not just in Shrewsbury and the county, but way beyond that. So it was really good to come to Shrewsbury, which has such a good market tradition, to launch this campaign with 5 key priorities. And we're really taking those to government to stress how important markets are, to try and develop this vision for the future, but really to start a national dialogue about the importance of markets, how we can address the challenges, and really where markets are doing well, and sharing the best practice from those markets, perhaps with some that's struggling a little bit at the moment.
How can people support the campaign if they want to, and what would you say to people who haven't visited their local market before?
I think I've said why they are so important. They are about community, they are about retail, but more importantly at the moment, with so many, with High Street struggling as it is, and so many people unfortunately having their employment displaced during COVID, then they're a great startup business opportunity. And what we're looking to do, our first priority is to try and attract new traders into market trading. And if you look at the High Street of today and you look like companies like Tesco, The Range, Dunelm, helm. Where did they all start out? They started on their local market. Simon Boyd in this county, I remember the first day that they came onto Oswestry Market with a tarpaulin and some remnants. And you look at the way that that business has expanded. So this is all about, to us, attracting, retaining new traders. Our other priorities are addressing the economic challenges of markets. There are many issues for operators, particularly around business rates where there's not a level playing field. But going out, demonstrating the wider value of markets to government and high street partners, and then internally looking at how we can professionalise market management and improve the relationship within markets between operators and traders. So we've set ourselves quite a challenging agenda for the next 12 months. We're very encouraged by the take-up and the interest that we've had so far. And as I said, we were delighted to launch this campaign in Shropshire and at Shrewsbury Market.
Thank you very much for your time this morning, David. David Preston, Chief Executive of the National Association of British Market Authorities, with us on the programme. Have a look for that Markets First campaign. You'll find it on online and on social media as well.